Most people think plantar fasciitis is just about sore feet, but the truth is, it hurts more than just your feet. So, today on the Confidence Blueprint, we uncovering what nobody tells you about plantar fasciitis and the surprising ways it impacts your entire life. Stick around until the end because I'll share the top 3 daily triggers that often go unnoticed. But first, let's delve into the unexpected ways plantar fasciitis can silently affect you. What most people don't realize is that the pain from plantar fasciitis often radiates far beyond the foot. Let's break it down. When your foot hurts, you might change the way you walk, putting more weight on the other foot or limping. And while this might seem like a minor adjustment, it sets off a chain reaction through your body. Your knees have to work overtime to compensate for the extra strain. Your hips tilt to try to balance you. And even your spine, particularly the lower back, gets thrown off, often leading to discomfort in places you wouldn't expect. You might find yourself with a nagging ache in your knee, a persistent hip click, or a lower back that seems to seize up at the worst possible times. Now, here's where things get interesting. Say you're dealing with left foot pain. Your right hip might start aching. What's going on? Well, your body is trying to compensate for the uneven distribution of weight and stress. As you walk, when your left foot, the painful one, hits the ground, your body shifts its weight to the right side. Over time, this imbalance can lead to joint problems and pain in seemingly unrelated areas. It's a bit like dominoes. When one joint goes out of whack, others have to adjust, sometimes causing pain and discomfort in areas you wouldn't immediately associate with your foot. To illustrate this further, imagine you're playing basketball. When you land after a jump, your foot absorbs the impact. If your left foot is hurting due to plantar fasciitis, it can't handle the sudden pressure as effectively. So your body tries to compensate by putting more weight on your right foot. However, over time, this added stress can lead to knee or hip pain on the right side. And guess what? The same principle applies to everyday activities. When you stand up from a chair, bend down to pick something up, or even walk up a flight of stairs, your body has to distribute weight and balance itself. If your left foot is compromised by plantar fasciitis, the strain can travel up your leg, potentially affecting your knee or hip. It's all about understanding how your body is a complex system of interconnected parts. One issue in one area can trigger problems elsewhere. In the case of plantar fasciitis, it's a reminder that foot pain isn't always isolated and can echo throughout your body. Next, let's talk about something many people overlook: the emotional toll of plantar fasciitis. Living with chronic pain can be mentally and emotionally draining. Picture this: you wake up each morning dreading the first step you know will send a jolt of pain through your body. Day after day, this anticipation can wear on your emotions. You might find yourself feeling less enthusiastic or more irritable than usual. Simple pleasures, like a walk in the park or a hike in the woods, become distant memories. Being sidelined by something you love doing can stir up feelings of frustration and envy. When you see others enjoying activities you once took for granted. In fact, studies have shown that chronic pain, including plantar fasciitis, can lead to significant emotional distress. Research published in the Journal of Behavioral Medicine found that individuals with chronic pain often experience increased levels of anxiety and depression. Another study in the Clinical Journal of Pain discovered that people living with persistent pain report higher levels of anger, irritability, and even occasional bouts of crying. Here's what's happening. When you're in pain, your brain goes into a sort of alarm mode. It floods your body with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, this constant state of alertness can exhaust your body and mind. It's like an endless loop. The pain triggers the release of stress hormones, which in turn affects your mood and emotions. You might find yourself snapping at others more often or feeling overwhelmed with simple tasks. It's essential to recognize that pain isn't just physical. It's a full-body experience that affects our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Emotional well-being plays a crucial role in our overall health. Neglecting our mental health while focusing solely on the physical aspect of plantar fasciitis can be detrimental. It's vital to seek support, whether through therapy, support groups, or simply open conversations with friends and family. Sharing your experiences and feelings can help alleviate the emotional burden of living with plantar fasciitis. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Finally, let's discuss the often underestimated impact of plantar fasciitis on your daily life. Imagine wanting to join your friends for a spontaneous hike. but you hesitate because you know the uneven terrain will likely leave your feet aching for days afterward. Or picture this: you're hosting a dinner party, but standing to greet your guests becomes a painful ordeal. These are just a few examples of how plantar fasciitis can overshadow your daily life if you let it. Living with this condition means making constant, sometimes difficult choices. Do you sit during your child's soccer game, or stand and risk discomfort for the rest of the day? Does a night out with friends involve choosing a restaurant close to home to minimize walking? These are the kinds of decisions many people with plantar fasciitis face regularly. It's not just about the physical limitations, it's about the emotional toll and the mental gymnastics involved in planning your day around your pain. Think about the hobbies or activities you enjoy that might become challenging or painful with plantar fasciitis. For some, it could be gardening, dancing, or playing a sport. Having to scale back or modify these activities can be disheartening. It's important to acknowledge that these changes aren't just inconveniences. They represent a loss of things you love, whether it's the serenity of a peaceful walk, the joy of an impromptu dance session, or the thrill of a bike ride. However, it's crucial to strike a balance between accepting your limitations and finding ways to adapt and keep moving. There are exercises and therapies that can help manage plantar fasciitis symptoms. By working with healthcare professionals, you can develop strategies to maintain your mobility and quality of life. Remember, life with plantar fasciitis doesn't have to mean surrendering to the pain. It's about learning to navigate around it. I'd like to share a story that embodies this spirit. A woman named Sarah was an avid gardener, but a recent diagnosis of plantar fasciitis threatened to pull her away from her beloved hobby. The thought of not being able to tend to her garden filled her with sadness. However, instead of giving up, Sarah explored adaptive gardening techniques. She invested in ergonomic tools that reduced strain on her feet and devised strategies to make her gardening tasks more manageable. With some creativity and determination, she found ways to keep gardening while managing her condition. Sarah's story illustrates that life with plantar fasciitis doesn't have to be devoid of the things you love. It's about finding solutions, adapting, and persevering. Plantar fasciitis is more than foot pain. It sends a ripple effect through your body, emotions, and daily life. From the knees to the hips, the back, and even your emotional well-being, it's a relentless companion that demands attention and understanding. While it's essential to focus on managing the physical aspects of this condition, it's equally important to acknowledge the emotional toll it takes. So if you or someone you know is dealing with plantar fasciitis, remember that you're not just facing a foot problem. You're navigating a complex journey that requires a holistic approach. Seek support, explore adaptive strategies, and never lose sight of the strength and resilience you possess. The road to recovery might be long, but you're not alone on it. Thanks for watching. I'm here. And here's a quick recap of what we covered. First, we talked about the chain reaction of pain caused by plantar fasciitis. The pain in your foot leads to changes in your gait and puts extra stress on your knees, hips, and back. Then we discussed the emotional toll. Living with plantar fasciitis can bring frustration, irritability, and even anxiety, taking a toll on your mental well-being. Finally, we delved into the lifestyle impact. Simple daily activities like walking, standing, or bending down can become challenging and affect your quality of life. Remember, if you're facing these challenges, you're not alone. We've got your back. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more insightful health content. Thanks for joining me on this journey to better understanding our bodies and embracing a healthier life. Stay strong and keep moving forward.